Hello and welcome to my review of Cacharel's Lulu, the infamous, monstrous, not to be messed with, statement, crazy ass perfume that is, I would consider, amazing if you can handle it. It's an oriental floral that came out in 1987. The 90s and 80s were, in my opinion, the best years of perfumery. It's when perfumes were made and they were amazing and they were really hard hitting, a lot of them. Not like now, there's a lot of just the same now, unfortunately, but this one, Lulu, is just unbelievably, I can't even find the words to describe it. It's just unbelievably different from anything ever. And deserves to be noticed. I mean, even if you don't want to notice it, you're going to notice it if someone's wearing it. It's just crazy, crazy massive. I'll show you the box. The box is really interesting, actually. It's kind of really bright, and it's like they painted something and then just blurred out all the lines. I don't know. It's got a massive red flower on it, which I'm not actually sure what that's supposed to be. I probably should know that, but I don't. It says Eau de Parfum, Lulu, Cacharel. This was worn by so many people when I was a kid, women. Gosh, you just can't mistake it. It's crazy. You go. And Cacharel kind of make really, well, I think they're quite known for making really, really interesting and bold fragrances. Things like Eden, you know, I've got that as well, and that is definitely another one force to be reckoned with, but I'm going to do that one next. But first of all, I thought I'd do Lulu. This review is actually a comparison review. I'm very lucky enough to have a really kind member of Fragrantica called, I think it's Mimlin or Mimlin, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but she sent me a sample of the vintage Lulu. It has been reformulated, I'm not sure when, but this is the stuff from the 1980s. My version now is, that I've got that I own, is the reformulated one. Why do they always do this? I don't know. It's an endless disappointment for me. It just keeps happening all the time. So I just want to say thank you to Mimlin for sending me this. Oh, so now I can actually review the difference, because I've got them both on, and oh my gosh, is there a difference? Way, way different. So I'll tell you what's in it. So it has got a onslaught of strong things. So you've got along the top cinnamon, plum, anise or aniseed, jasmine, lily, violet, mimosa and cassia. Cassia is very similar to cinnamon as well, so you can imagine. Plum is very deep. Jasmine can be really heady, and in this it is definitely a real thick, dry kind of jasmine. The heart notes are heliotrope, orris, which is what is used to scent makeup, so I'm told, tuberose, another huge flower, orange blossom and ylang ylang. Really heavy heart there as well. Then the base, you're whacked with incense on top of all of that, sandalwood, vanilla, where wouldn't perfume be without vanilla, benzoin and musk. So it really is just a real intoxicating whoosh of fragrance when you first smell it. I've had them drying for about 5 minutes, and I'll tell you the overall feel of this. It's a lot of things at once. It is smoky. That's the first impression I get. It is really got a lot of heavy flowers, and it's very smoky and incensey at first. It's a lot of things at once. It's spicy, it's sharp. When it's in the air, it also smells quite smooth. And it's kind of like the air tones it down a little bit somehow. Not tones it down in strength, but when you smell it like this, you really can smell the complexity of it. But in the air, it kind of feels like makeup to me, like incense and kind of vintagey makeup. It's really difficult. It's a real tough one. I've been choosing really tough perfumes to review lately. The classics are always the hardest because they were really complex, and this is a real complex fragrance. But you just need to know that it is really heavy on the flowers, on the jasmine, tuberose, the incense, and the kind of smokiness that you get when you smell incense. It's very smoky. Now the difference between them, it's a real shame, because this is the vintage version and this is the one, this is mine. I haven't shown you the bottle, sorry. Let me just quickly show you the bottle before I go on to it. They're still drying in there. I wouldn't say the most attractive of bottles in the world. Very simple, kind of maroon band around the middle, diamond shaped bottle. It's glass, but it's completely opaque. Yeah, that's it. And I could just quickly say as well, the original vintage one came in a kind of flat shaped bottle with a pointy lid. You can't find that anymore, but I think if you can find that, that is the old formulation. So if you do want the vintage one, hunt some of that down, but be careful who you buy it from, obviously. So yeah, the differences. So the main difference I can tell is this one, the newer formulation, it's not as full as this. This one feels, you know, if you drank like a really full-bodied red wine and then you got like a £3 bottle, that's the difference between them. This feels like it's got something missing, and I don't know what it would be. It's way heavier on the smoke. This is a much darker smelling fragrance than the vintage one. This one feels really incensey, really smoky and much drier. There's not a lot of kind of vanilla and smoothness coming from the benzoin and things like that. This one just feels so much more rich and well-rounded, and it's such a shame that I just can't get my hands on this one. I've got some, obviously, but it'd be nice to be able to find that one. Yeah, this one just feels like it's so much more well blended. It starts to meld into the overall just bubble that is Lulu. It just smells of one big Lulu bomb. This one feels a lot less finished and not as smooth. It's such a shame. I don't know why they keep reformulating fragrances like this, but hey, what can we do? It's not up to us, is it? But yeah, that's the main differences really. I mean, it's got a tiny bit of vanilla in it in this one, but this one's so much better. Of course, it's the vintage one, why wouldn't it be better? It's just a really incredible fragrance. It's something that you need to smell it to really understand what it is, but you can think of the, you know, realise the notes that I've said, and you can imagine how heavy that this perfume is. If you can pull it off, if you can wear it with a light hand, so it just is, it's a few gentle wafts, not the way some women used to wear it when I was younger, which was, it literally just would knock people out. It's a massive sillage or sillage. What do people call it? Sillage. It projects very far. This one doesn't last half as long as this one, so that's kind of a good thing if you like the smell of it, but you don't want the perfume to be so super strong and long lasting. This is, you know, it's like the eau de cologne version of this eau de parfum. It says eau de parfum on it, so it is the higher concentration, but it's just kind of, I would say, a shadow of its former self. It's like the skeleton of Lulu. Such a shame. But that's my review. It needed to be done. It's still an incredible fragrance, even though it's been reformulated. It's, you know, it's still one of the most unique fragrances out there. But so, you know, I had to review it for that purpose. So I hope you enjoyed it. I will be reviewing Eden next, which is Cacharel's other kind of powerhouse crazy fragrance, which I adore. So I hope to see you soon. Thanks. Bye bye.